People are more impressed by what they see than what they hear. In 1964, our father, Adriano Roberti, founded Adrian Jules Ltd. He started Adrian Jules because he had an entrepreneurial spirit. He wanted to grow the business. He wanted to create the American dream.
The Adrian Jules experience starts when we interview a client. We ask him certain questions that revolve around him, his travel, his needs, and his wants. Whether it being if he's speaking in front of groups or if he wants to dress for compliments or power. The younger guys usually want to dress to look a little bit older, and they want to dress for more power because they're more authoritative when they're talking and they're giving their presentations, depending if they're in sales or if they're a lawyer or a doctor. More established clientele, they like to dress a little bit more for compliments, so they have a little more flair to their clothing, and not extremes, but they might have a little more color with their shirt or their tie.
As a businessman, you want to look good. I was relocated to the Rochester market for work. First thing on my mind was to find the right place that made the best suits. I was told it was Adrian Jules.
American companies spend billions of dollars in packaging their products so that it makes the right statements. While an individual who walks into a room, his clothing makes 10 statements about him before he opens his mouth. Statements such as knowledge, experience, wealth, his ability to get the job done.
Some of the different options that you can get with your custom-made garment that is made especially for you is that you can get a peak lapel, you get a notch lapel, you get a 1-button, 2-button, or 3-button.
You can style this however you'd like, down to the color of the buttonhole color, the monogram on your shirt, even the fancy lining that really designates your personality. However you want it, they'll make it. Down to the stitching, down to the fabric. You name it, they'll make it.
There's literally hundreds of different treatments that you can do with each garment to make it unique and as individual as you are.
Buying an Adrian Jules suit is not just a suit, it's my suit. It's made for me, with my personality, with my style.
While most clothing is mass-produced and it's made to fit thousands of people but literally fits no one, your individual garment fits you and you exclusively. Any of your attributes we like to accentuate, and any of your shortcomings we like to minimize. That's what custom clothing does. It says all the positive things about you. Some of the unique things that we do for our customers to make sure that they have a wonderful experience with Adrian Jules is minor things that you would not think of, such as adjusting the size of a pocket opening on a trouser for someone with extra large hands, or looking at an individual's foot size and determining if we need to either increase the width of the bottom of the trouser or decrease the width of the bottom so that we have a beautiful, symmetrical, flowing line that transcends from the top of the trouser to the bottom of the trouser. Think of it like a fine pair of shoes. When you wear it the first time, it may be stiff until it breaks in a little bit, but once it's broken in, it molds to your foot. The same is with our handcrafted jackets. Once our shoulders start to mold and fit to your shoulders, it'll fit like no other. It'll be extremely comfortable, well balanced, and will look aesthetically pleasing.
Clients tell me all the time they feel good in the clothes perform well for them, they feel like they're the best dressed gentleman in the room so that they know their presentation is going to go properly. They come in and say, oh my God, this garment just feels great, I feel good in it, the better I feel, the better I perform, the better the outcome is going to be. Doesn't matter if he's going to work, he's wearing it at the Kentucky Derby, or if he's going out for dinner with his wife. He's always dressed in the proper way. We know fabric, we know fashion, we know style.
We have been in business for almost 50 years. We build our suits right here in America. We employ over 80 people in our sew shops.
The values that our father has instilled in us is still part of the company and is going on to our third generation, so this family business will still be around for many years to come.
From a small workshop in a home, we have over 150 accounts in 40 states around the country. We make clothing for private label and for labeled garments. Our private label garments are worn on some of the finest actors, politicians, business owners throughout the country. They don't know it's an Adrian Jules garment because it's private label, but that's what makes us the best worn secret in America.